The lonely apex. Why the 1% are forced into solitude. They call it loneliness. They treat it like a disease. They tell you that if you aren't constantly surrounded by people, constantly connected, constantly socializing, there is something fundamentally wrong with you. But have you ever looked at the people who are never alone? They are the ones who can't stand the sound of their own thoughts. They are the ones who need constant validation to know they exist. They are the ones who have traded their individuality for the safety of the herd. In the world of the 99%, solitude is a punishment. But in the world of the architect, the world of the unscripted life, solitude is the ultimate weapon. If you want to reach a level of success that others only dream of, you have to accept a dark reality. The higher you climb, the thinner the air becomes. The path to the 1% is a narrow one. It's not built for groups. It's built for the individual. Today, we are going to explore the lonely apex. We are going to discuss why your greatest breakthroughs will happen in the dark, why your friends are often your biggest liabilities, and why the most powerful thing you can ever learn is how to be perfectly, dangerously alone. Humans are social animals. For thousands of years, our survival depended on the tribe. To be cast out was to die. This evolutionary fear is still hardwired into your brain. It's why you feel awkward when you eat alone at a restaurant. It's why you feel an itch to check your phone when you're not being noticed. The system uses this biology against you. They want you in the herd. Why? Because a herd is easy to manage. A herd is predictable. A herd moves when the bell rings. If they can keep you afraid of being alone, they can keep you addicted to their distractions, their gossip, and their standards of living. Most friendships are actually just mutual pacts of mediocrity. You sit around with people who have the same complaints, the same excuses, and the same small dreams. When you try to rise, when you start waking up at 5 a.m., when you start investing instead of partying, you are breaking the pact. Your loneliness isn't a bug in the system. It's a feature of your evolution. It is the sound of your mind disconnecting from the low-frequency vibrations of the masses. You aren't losing friends. You are outgrowing them. There is a psychological law. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. But here is the dark addendum. If you want to be in the top 1%, you probably shouldn't be spending time with anyone who is comfortable being average. As you begin your journey to financial and mental sovereignty, you will notice a vibration gap. You want to talk about equity. They want to talk about the game last night. You want to talk about psychological leverage. They want to talk about a celebrity's divorce. This gap creates a natural isolation. Do not try to close it. Most people make the mistake of dumbing themselves down to keep their old friends. They hide their ambition so they don't make others feel insecure. This is the fastest way to kill your future. The apex mindset requires a brutal filter. You must be willing to walk away from people who don't challenge you. You must be willing to spend Saturday nights in the office while the rest of the world is at the bar. Is it lonely? Yes, but it's the only way to hear your own intuition. You cannot build an empire while listening to the noise of the mediocre. You must find the silence, because in the silence, there is no one left to lie to you. In dark psychology, we understand that solitude is the womb of power. Think about the greatest breakthroughs in history. They didn't happen in a committee. They didn't happen at a party. They happened in a room with one person, a blank sheet of paper, and an obsession. When you are alone, your brain shifts. Without the constant input of other people's opinions, your internal authority begins to grow. You stop asking, "What will they think?" and start asking, "What is the most effective move?" This is high-performance solitude. This is where you master your craft. This is where you analyze your failures without the ego protection of your friends telling you, "It's okay. It's not okay. You failed." And in solitude, you have the cold clarity to find out why. The top 1% aren't lonely because they hate people. They are lonely because they have a higher standard for company. They would rather have the company of their own vision than the company of people who are going nowhere. Solitude is the price of entry for genius. If you can't survive a weekend without a distraction, you will never survive the pressure of $1 million decision. Does the 1% stay alone forever? No, but their socializing is different. The unscripted life leads to the sovereign inner circle. Once you have mastered solitude, you will begin to attract other masters. But these relationships are not based on fun or passing time. They are based on mutual leverage. In the apex, relationships are cold and clear. You don't need friends to validate your emotions. You need allies to expand your empire. You look for people who are as dangerous as you are, people who have also paid the price of solitude. This inner circle is small. It might only be 2 or 3 people, and that is enough. A pack of lions doesn't need 1,000 members to dominate the savannah. They just need everyone to know their role. Stop looking for popularity. Popularity is for high schoolers and politicians. You are looking for potency. When 2 sovereign minds meet, they don't discuss the weather. They discuss strategies. They discuss assets. They discuss the future. Everything else is just noise. If you want the life that 99% of people will never have, you must be willing to feel the way 99% of people are afraid to feel. You must embrace the cold. There will be nights when you wonder if it's worth it. There will be moments when you see your old friends having fun and you feel a pang of envy. This is the system trying to pull you back. Remember the thumbnail. Remember the man walking against the crowd. He isn't sad. He isn't missing out. He is the only one in that tunnel who knows where he is going. The loneliness you feel is actually the sensation of your dependencies dying. You are becoming a self-contained unit of power. You are becoming a sovereign state. When you no longer need anyone, you are finally in a position to lead everyone. The most dangerous man in the room is the one who is perfectly happy leaving it. The climb is over. You stand at the apex. Behind you are the years of silence. Behind you are the people you had to leave behind. Behind you is the person you used to be, the one who was afraid to be alone. Look down. The crowd is still there, huddled together in the dark, seeking warmth in their shared mediocrity. They are still following the script, but here on the peak, the air is clear. The view is infinite, and yes, it is quiet. But it's not the quiet of the grave. It's the quiet of the cockpit. It's the quiet of the master. You aren't lonely, you are free. And once you have tasted this level of autonomy, you will realize that the social life you gave up wasn't a sacrifice at all. It was a ransom you paid to get your soul back. Welcome to the 1%. Welcome to the unscripted life. The silence is yours. Use it.